How y'all doing today? Today I'm going to get started off on the first of the series of the fudge and artesian candy reviews and tastings. I'm super excited about this. Glad to be back in town and getting started tasting some of these wonderful fudges and candies. Okay, the first company we're going to be looking at today is the Mill Fudge Factory located in New Hampshire. They were actually elected one of the top 5 fudges in the United States by Paula Deen magazine. So they make some really good fudge, okay? Let me kind of show you some samples I've got here. I've got some different fudges here today. I've got, this is their original fudge with walnuts added. It's the Panucci pecan. It's a wonderful caramel-like fudge. I've also got a Belgian chocolate, and I've got a maple walnut, and this is a cabin fever. This one has a little bit of their maple whiskey infused in there. Really interesting here. Anyway, a little bit about the company. The company started in 2006. Okay, it's co-owned by Linda and Noah, which originally came over from Scotland. Shows that Linda's father had a recipe that he would make a fudge-like candy over there that they called the Scottish tablet. It's a little bit different than the fudge we're used to now. Anyway, they make a long story short, they moved it back over to the States, tweaked with the recipe and everything like that, and they came up with the fudge, or the original Panucci recipe. And then Noah actually took it and tweaked it some more. He started using honey instead of a lot of artificial sweeteners and preservatives, and honey gives it a very unique taste. It's a very medium-bodied fudge. I would say it's not like icing-like some of the fudges you'll see. They're really soft, but it's not a hard fudge either. It's really good. It's all handcrafted in small batches. You can get free shipping on 4 pounds or more. And they also said if you don't eat it all at once, you can freeze it for up to 3 months. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It is, like I said, it's a very small batch, artisan-made fudge. They also make ice cream there, if you ever get to go there locally. Let's start by tasting some of these fudge, though. I just can't wait to get started on this, y'all. So let's see. I'm going to get started on this end here with the Panucci pecan. Now this is considered a plain fudge in Scotland, which would be the Panucci. It's the most similar to the old family recipe, but it does have the pecans added. It's got cabot butter, pure honey, milk, cane sugar. It's supposed to have a deep caramel-like satisfying flavor. So let's just cut a little piece off here. We'll get to taste it. Now, the texture, like I said, is very smooth, medium body texture, very nice texture there. Very nice flavor. Oh, wow. At first, you get a little bit of the sweet, and then the caramel really comes through, like a beautiful finish of caramel. If you ever had like a really nice caramel that you sit there and you don't want to chew it because it's so good, you just kind of want to suck on it and just let it melt in your mouth, that's kind of what that's like. Except it has a softer texture and doesn't have all the chewy pull of the caramel. That's a really nice fudge. All right, let's get started on our next fudge. Now this is their Belgian chocolate flavor. This is also their #1 selling. It's made, they take the original fudge, they add melted dark Belgian chocolate that's 62% cocoa into the original recipe. So I'm really excited about trying this one. Take us a little slice off, give it a little sample. Now, Belgian chocolate also had that same nice medium bodied texture that the regular Panucci had. But it had that chocolate taste to it. It was a nice chocolate taste without, it kind of helped to settle out the caramel and the chocolate, which also almost gave it a little bit of a turtle, taste with your caramel and your chocolate mix. The caramel didn't come through very hard. It was mainly the chocolate, but it was a very nice fudge. I would compare it I hate to say a normal fudge, but most of your chocolate fudge, similar to that, but a lot more complex, because you do have that little caramel taste there lingering in the background, and you don't have so much sweet. It's not an overpowering sweetness to this fudge either. It's a very nice flavor with this one. Now we're moving on to the maple walnut. This fudge is made with pure New Hampshire maple syrup. It's also got some of the original recipe in there as well. They say it's a hybrid between a maple candy and a decadent truffle. As far as the texture goes, very similar to the other fudges. We see a lot of walnuts in there. And I love me some maple syrup, so I'm very excited about this one. Go ahead and take a nice big taste. Very interesting, very interesting. This one, I'm getting a lot of the walnut flavor. As with the one with the pecan, potentially I got more caramel, a little bit of pecan. But this one, the walnuts are really coming through. The maple syrup, there's a hint of maple syrup. It's not too overpowering. I was really kind of scared this one's going to be a little bit too sweet. This is one you really have to taste for yourself. It's just got a wonderful texture to it, and a lot of walnut flavor, and it's got that smooth maple butter-like finish to it. So this one's a very unique fudge in my opinion. This was one of the ones I was thinking is going to taste just like it's a real strong maple syrup taste, and that's all it's going to be able to taste, because that's not true. The walnuts really come through on that one. The maple syrup plays a note in there as well, but it's not overpowering at all. That's a really nice fudge. Okay, last but not least, here comes the Cabin Fever. Okay, Cabin Fever is their own artesian fudge made with New Hampshire's own maple whiskey. Basically, it's a whiskey and it's infused with New Hampshire or New England maple syrup right here into the fudge. This is one of their spirited fudges. And it seems a little bit softer than the other ones, but not by much. Let's cut a little piece off of this one. Oh, wow. Look at that. That has a nice texture. It looks a little bit softer. I'll give this one a try. Oh, nice. Very nice. This one too, I really like how all the fudges have had not any flavor in the fudge has been too predominant over the other ingredients. You can taste that wonderful, the original flavor of the fudge coming through. Then you have the back shot of that whiskey in there, but there's not a burn. It's not a strong whiskey overpowering flavor. It's a subtle little whiskey flavor you can taste in there. You can also taste the maple syrup. The maple syrup really pops in this one as well. Let me think. This one tends to remind me of if you ever have had a dessert like a bananas Foster or something like that, that it's a caramel almost, or a bananas or something like that, infused with the liquor. It's simmered to it's allowed to caramelize, but you still have that little bit of liquor taste in there. It's a little bit similar to that, but it's not very strong. So it's not very off-putting. A lot of these liquor infused or spirited candies I've had before have a really strong liquor taste. This one, unless you're looking for it, there's a little bit something there, but you're not going to hit that and say, whew. That's got, I was kind of worried about the bigger piece that I took, but you're not going to get that. It's a really nice flavor there in the Cabin Fever. I'm very pleasantly surprised on that one as well. Anyway, well, that completes our tasting of the Mill Fudge Factory, and I tell you what, they had some wonderful fudge, and there's some really nice people. I've spoken with them on the phone, on and off, and conversed through email. I really can encourage you to try their fudge. It's some award-winning stuff. It's a family-owned company, Really, really nice people. Get in there, get your Father's Day orders put in. What did it say? Four or more pounds, free shipping. There you go. And I think you can check their website, but right now they're doing some little promotion, I think, for the Father's Day, where you get a little free sample or something like that when you make an order of so much. But anyway, I'm going to put a link in the description box where they can get their fudge. I'm also looking forward to trying some of these other fudges and artesian candies, but I think this video has been a great start. You really need to check them out. Like I said, the Mill Fudge Factory, really family-owned place, makes a wonderful, wonderful product. Nothing I tried today was off-putting at all. Not a one. You know, it was a lot of times you have 2 or 3 that are really good, and then one that's okay, and everything was a very nice flavor. Very good stuff, y'all. Y'all did a good job. I guess while I'm doing the review, I need to pick a favorite flavor. And then I would say the Panuccia Pecan. I just love that because I love caramel and it really comes through, and also love pralines. My grandmother always used to make those. It's like a really, really smooth praline with that caramel coming through and just not all that intense sweetness. You've got the honey and everything. That would be my favorite flavor.